So the first card you have your past is the Five of Cups, yes. Okay, so obviously this is a very deep, very thoughtful card, very difficult card. I'm getting this feeling of, it's like, it's some kind of, not betrayal, it's not that bad, but it's kind of heading on that road. It's kind of like, I'm getting this, I thought you had my back, or, I thought you'd always, or I'd always have your support. It's something like that. You thought someone would always support you, and then you got this kind of, they said something or something happened that made you change your mind about that. I don't know if this is a close family member. It feels like that. It feels like someone who's very close to you, someone who's always supported you, and they've given you a lot of moral support, emotional support, practical support. And then I think they suddenly showed you that they felt a different way, or they suddenly said something. And I think maybe what they said made you kind of question the relationship even. It's something like that. Now, I don't think you've separated from them. I don't think it's that serious. I think you're probably a little bit distant, or you have been. And my feeling is that you'll probably come back together, and you'll probably be fine again eventually, because there's a really strong bond there between you. I'm really feeling that. And there's a bridge on this card as well, and you haven't burnt your bridges. But if this is resonating, I think for a while things will probably be a little bit strained between you. You'll probably have a few conversations if you haven't already later on, but I'm also seeing a little bit of frustration around these conversations though, or I'm just seeing one of you wanting to talk a bit more than the other one. One of you wants to sort of get to the bottom of this and keep talking, and the other one kind of just wants to leave it. So it's going to be a little bit frustrating for either of you, or maybe both of you. I don't know, one of you or both of you. But from what's on this card, I think it might be you actually that doesn't want to say much, because you've got this cloak over you. You just want to keep to yourself. I think you don't want to talk much. That's just the impression I'm getting. So it's probably you. So I think you'll be able to resolve this properly. Eventually, you'll be able to cross this bridge again. I think you are going to have to talk at some time to be able to do that, and I think you will. It's going to be resolved. You have a really strong bond with them, and so if you are in the middle of this right now, if you're still kind of upset or worried, it is going to be resolved. That's what I'm seeing. So the next card you have your past is the Seven of Swords. Yes, a horrible card so far, I know. I think this is about something that happened to you probably a long time ago. This is obviously about a horrible situation you went through. And I think this might be a reminder to you, actually. I think that's why this is here. This person in the Five of Cups, they really helped you through this bad time, I think. A really bad time in your life. I think someone really left you in it, and I think this is probably an ex. And, they really left you holding all the responsibilities by yourself, I think. And this person who's really close to you in the Five of Cups, I think they really supported you at this time, and they really felt for you. It was almost as if they were going through the same thing themselves with you. They really helped you practically and emotionally as well, and I think they've always done that for you. I'm just seeing the two of you together, really closely together, because if you look at this card again, you can see these two swords this horrible man's left behind, and they're kind of stuck in the ground. And I'm seeing these swords as you, and this person who was helping you. So you're both kind of next to each other, you're kind of standing together, you're strong together, and you're both stuck in the earth. And that's really important, because earth means being solid, stability. So your relationship's really solid. It's not going to fall apart over a few words, even if they're hurtful words. So I think this card's probably here to remind you that you've been through this horrible time, this person helped you through it, and you're still standing kind of solidly with them. So that's what I'm seeing there. And, don't lose your closeness with this person. They're a real gem. They're an asset to your life. So yeah, I think this is all just a reminder of that for you. Okay, so the last card you have your past is the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, again, nurturing, helping, that's what this Queen's about. Taking care. So this person's really taking care of you. You've taken care of them as well. It might be a parent, doesn't have to be a parent, but I'm just seeing a lot of nurturing, help, practical help as well. The other thing I'm seeing is there are a few frustrations around money, I think, that you've had. I'm just getting this feeling of waiting and waiting, and things weren't terrible for you financially. It wasn't as if you were relying on this thing you were waiting for to live on, but it was still quite important to you, and I think you deserved this thing, and you knew that. It was owed to you, it was something like that, and you were waiting for this. It is going to come in for you soon, I think, if it hasn't already. Yeah, I'm seeing work around this as well. So maybe this is something you worked for, and you've already done the work for this or something, but you haven't received the payout. It's something like that, I think. Something you deserve, something you've already done the work for. So it's definitely coming to you. You know, you've been waiting for this for a long time. I think you've been trying to manifest this as well. You know, there are red roses in this card, which is about manifestation. I think you might have been making calls, sending emails, things like that. So I think that's either there now for you already, or it's on its way to you. It definitely is. So don't worry about that if you're still kind of waiting for that thing. It is going to come to you. That's what I'm seeing. Okay, so the first card you have your present is the Knight of Cups. Yes. So yeah, this reading is full of things coming back to you, and mixed emotions around all of those things that are coming back to you. This relative or whoever this is, I think they're going to come back to you and have kind of make-up conversations. The money's coming back to you. I'm seeing the Queen of Pentacles. Now with this card, this is about someone who's going to come back to you as well, I think. I think this is someone who you're either in a relationship with, or who are involved with them romantically in some way, I think. And yeah, I think they want to make things up to you. That's what I'm seeing. I want to make things up to you. It feels a little bit like a peace offering to me. I don't know if this is going to make sense, but this is what I'm getting. I'm getting, oh, I'm sorry, you know, I haven't been there. I'm sorry I haven't been there. I'm sorry I haven't been present. Something like that. I think this person's either been absent for some reason, or they haven't been stepping up in some way. Definitely emotionally, they haven't been stepping up emotionally. That's what I'm seeing. There's an emotional absence here, and they might even be giving you a gift or something like that, something small, like a kind of a peace offering. I keep on seeing peace offering. I want to offer you this peace offering. So on the one hand, I think, you know, you do appreciate them saying this to you, but I think on the other hand, it's like, do they really mean this? Are these just words? You know, I think you do have a lot to process around this, and a lot to sort out in your mind. If they've been absent emotionally, that's probably why you're kind of in two minds about this. And, you know, it's nice for them to say this. It's nice for them to apologize. Of course it is, and give you this gift or whatever. But I think you might be thinking something like, you know, okay, so they've done this, that's nice, that's fine, but let's see whether the actions follow the words. That's what I'm seeing. Let's just wait and see. So I think you're probably going to be a little bit undecided for a while, just kind of thinking things through. You kind of wait and see. That's what I'm getting. Wait and see what happens. So the next card you have your presents, the fantastic, wonderful Ace of Pentacles. So yeah, this is really fantastic. You know, you have the Queen of Pentacles, which can be about manifestation, and you have this as well, which is like the ultimate manifestation card. So again, money in both of those cards. The money's definitely coming to you. That's a confirmation of that for you. The big thing I'm seeing here is there's something you've been wanting to manifest for a while. Okay, I'll try and articulate this for you. It's a little bit difficult for me to kind of express. I'll try my best. Okay, so I think this thing that you're wanting, it's something to do with a lifestyle, location, yeah, it's about wanting to be close to someone geographically, I think, not just for you, but for someone else as well. There's someone else around you that you're wanting them to be close to this other person as well, if that makes sense to you. I know this is confusing, but okay, yeah, I'm seeing this very, very clearly, actually. There's this feeling of, it's kind of like, you know, the years aren't going backwards. The years aren't going backwards. And I want to spend more time with someone and be closer to them because I'm already missing out. The years are going by. That's the kind of feeling I'm getting. So I think to be able to do this, to be able to move or do whatever this thing is, or see more of this person, there's some kind of opportunity or some kind of financial boost, or both. It might be that there's an opportunity and it has a financial boost that comes with that opportunity. So what I'm seeing is that, and I'm seeing that that kind of a thing, something like that, is going to come to you. It's going to come up to you. And you know, you've done the groundwork for this to happen. You've been thinking about this. You've been trying to manifest this. That's what I'm seeing in the Queen of Pentacles and this as well. And you've done a lot of the kind of practical work to kind of pave the way for this to happen as well. You're very well organized. You're always a well organized person. You know, if you look at this card, the grass is cut, the hedge is trimmed, you know, and the path's clear. So you've done all the groundwork, you've done all the practical work, and yeah, you've been really, really trying to manifest this. So now that you have this, this is showing me that this is absolutely going to come in for you. There's going to be some opportunity that's going to help you to get closer to this person, change your lifestyle or your location or whatever it is. Yeah, this is fantastic. You have this amazing card. Now what I'm seeing is this is probably going to come to you in stages. So you're going to see the first stage come in, and then you're going to grab that, work with that. As you keep on going down this path, the next stage is going to appear, and then the next one's going to come into you until you're through that hedge opening and you've gone up the mountain and you're right up to the top. So this is really beautiful. It's fantastic. So watch out for signs. You know, you're a very intuitive person, and you'll see these signs when they come to you. They'll come up at the right time. So the phases are going to come when you're ready for each one. I hope that makes sense to you. All right, so the last card you have for your presence, the Ace of Cups. Okay, so I'm just looking at this in the Ace of Pentacles as well, one's after the other. So both of these cards can be about fresh starts, wanting stability, wanting to start again, all of that kind of thing. So someone obviously wants a fresh start with you, and this is in love. This is the Ace of Cups. And I think this is probably this person who's offering you this gift and this apology in the Knight of Cups. So, you know, sometimes when I look at the Knight of Cups, it makes me think of someone who's kind of on their best behavior, someone who's kind of dressed in their best clothes and they want to impress someone. Because if you look at this knight again, you know, he's beautifully decorated, he's very ornately decorated. But sometimes with this knight, he doesn't always step up. You know, sometimes the reality doesn't match up with the fantasy of kind of, you know, the knight in shining armor. That's kind of what he is sometimes. So, and I think again, you're going to be asking yourself, is this beautiful decoration real, or is it a facade? I can't work out whether this is real or not. Are they trying to impress me, or is there a reality behind that? Now, I can't quite see that right now. I wish I could. If I could, I'd tell you. But I think for you, only time's going to reveal that to you. So you're absolutely right to have this wait and see attitude toward this if that's how you're feeling. I think you're right to do that. I don't think you want to jump in and judge them too quickly and say, no, 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 they're full of rubbish. And you don't want to kind of jump in and say, oh, yes, I love you, that's wonderful. You're just kind of sitting back, you're going, okay, well, that's great. I appreciate that from you, but I'm still going to wait and see. So that's what I'm seeing there again. Okay, so the first card you have, you features the World. So this is turning into a fantastic reading. There are some fantastic cards, a really good combination here. And this is really following on a little bit from what I was seeing in the Ace of Pentacles, I think. You know, wanting to be near someone, wanting to be closer to someone geographically. Obviously, when we think about locations and things that are kind of, you know, geographical, moving, you know, obviously this is a World card. So yeah, I'm not saying you're definitely going to move. You know, you might or you might not do that. But what I'm seeing here is you'll have more freedom to choose that. You'll have more options opening up to you. So it might be that you're able to travel more, to be near them, or you might move. It can be either. And again, I'm seeing stages or phases opening up as you go down this path. Okay, so there is one thing I'm seeing that you'll probably have to, you might have to abandon something. It's some kind of thing you're working on. It's like a sideline, might be a side business. I don't think it's a huge thing, but I think you're going to have to drop this thing. You're going to have to drop something to continue on. You're just not going to have time for everything. It's not going to be a problem for you, I don't think. Because this can be about one thing ending so that another thing can start. Okay, so I'm also seeing you. Yeah, I'm seeing you almost being forced in a way to talk to this person in the Five of Cups. I'm saying forced because I think I'm feeling a bit of reluctance around this. It's like you might not feel like talking, and I was seeing that in the Five of Cups as well, but I think this is going to be really good for you. I think you're going to be forced. They might come right up to you and say, okay, we have to talk. But I think that's for the best. I think it really is, because it's going to open up things for you again. It's going to clear the air. I'm just looking at this woman who's kind of floating around in the air. And the world can be about coming full circle. So yeah, I think you'll be able to mend this relationship again with this. I think this is probably a relative, might be a friend. It's someone who's very close to you. I'm really pleased to see this because there's such a strong bond between you. I'm seeing that all over this reading. Okay, so the next card you have you features the Queen of Wands. So yeah, this is my favourite queen. She's straightforward. She looks at us in the eye. I love that. You've actually got a lot of work ahead of you, when it comes to achieving these things I'm seeing in the Ace of Pentacles. But, that's fine. You're used to hard work. You've already done a lot as well. But when this first stage comes in, I think it's going to give you a lot more drive, a lot more enthusiasm. I think, you have been working on this. You've been thinking about this for a while, but I don't think you've had a lot of encouragement, especially positive encouragement. But I think that's okay. You do like to do things on your own. You cope on your own. You're not someone who likes to draw attention to yourself. You like to do things on your own. But I think once you can see that, yeah, there is an end to this tunnel, it's happening, I can see that there's brightness, there's positivity there, I think then you're going to start to really push forward with this quite quickly, because I'm just looking at the sunflowers on this card. It's really positive, and you're going to be able to see this path that's in front of you really clearly now once this first phase kicks in. I think even though you've already put a bit of work into this, I don't think you're entirely sure of where your path was and where you needed to go. You're kind of wandering a bit. I'm just looking at this cat, cats wander around. But I think now you're going to be able to see this. You're going to be able to see exactly where you need to go. And you'll have this positivity, this enthusiasm. It's all going to be backing you up. I'm seeing you pretty much on your own with this. But that's fine. You're quite comfortable doing things on your own. I don't think you mind that at all. I'm the same. I like doing things by myself. Okay, so the last card you have you features the Five of Wands. Okay, so this is always the big messy card. There's always a lot of kind of craziness happening here. So I think this might be a little message to you. This card's full of distractions. So I think this is reminding you to just clear away any distractions, anything that's in the way of this path that you're on, people that want to talk on and on about trivial things. Obviously don't be rude, of course. I don't think you will be. You're not a rude person. You're a nice person. But just try to limit conversations that kind of spiral into, trivia or negativity. Any little jobs that you're taking on unnecessarily, try and get all of those things kind of out of the way. Clear the path. Because the path on the Ace of Pentacles, it's a narrow path. You can't walk down this path if you have all these obstacles and distractions around you. So I think that's the message in that card for you.